game here, it's Clinkz game. It's on the 14th of the 10th ranked game. It's beneath the Battle Cup tier 3.
Alright, here we go. Ranked game. So
Yep.
this is the one? Right.
Yeah, -24. Yeah, I'm downloading it now.
Alright. You can see my screen, right?
Let's see. Yep. We go full screen. Yeah, see it.
You don't need to watch. You don't need to be on your game.
Okay. Close mine. There you go.
All right. Let's first look at oops, what is happening? There you go. Let's first look at when you actually pick the Clinkz, because that's really important. When it's a ranked game, you wanna not pick carry or mid, like the core, in the first 2 picks. So let's see when you actually picked.
I think I picked him third.
Picked him third. That's Clinkz. Clinkz maybe not a great hero to pick third.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to pick him slightly later, just because there's so many counters to Clinkz. Any sort of long duration stun is a super good counter to Clinkz, and then you get heroes who are slightly. What the hell is going on?
I don't know.
Why? This thing bugged.
Clinkz.
Alright, you pick Clinkz. So this was a bad time to pick Clinkz. A bad hero to pick right now, because you've already got a Invis hero. Now, usually when you have 2 Invis heroes in one game, that means that with every single sentry, with every single dust, the enemy team basically counters 2 heroes. Right? That's something that you don't want happening. Yes, in your games, since you are 1K, in your games, Invis heroes are really, really good, and the enemy team usually will not get sentries and dusts. However, if they do, then it's really difficult for you to move around the map. Like these heroes, Invis heroes, the long duration or permanent Invis heroes, they're usually going to be extremely squishy, and the story behind Invis heroes is you find them, you kill them. If they get revealed, they die. That's it. That's simply that is how simple it is. Bounty Hunter, you dust him, he's dead. Clinkz, you dust him, he's dead. Ricky, you dust him, he's more or less dead, right? So all of these heroes, Weaver, same goes for him. Like they have some sort of defense. Well, Ricky and Weaver have some sort of defense, but you really don't. You will die. And if you look at the enemy team after you, they picked a Lich who is fairly tanky, and who does have, like, when I say fairly tanky, I mean not his stats. I mean he's got frost armor, which is a great counter to you. They've got Phoenix, who can survive your burst and whatnot by becoming an egg, and also he's a great counter to you because he can throw fire spirits at you. And then Sand King has burrow and all that. He can prevent dying, and same goes for Wraith King. So if I was you, I really wouldn't have picked, like, if I was picking fifth, like after seeing this team, I would not be picking Clinkz here. So this is why on these plus Clinkz is like a big issue with heroes like Clinkz in your bracket is that, well, in any bracket, is that these guys they have no farming mechanism, right? Clinkz has no farming mechanism.
Yeah.
Right. If you don't farm well in lane, if you don't have a good 10 minutes, early 10 minutes, first 10 minutes, you're going to have a really rough time, because you don't have flash farming mechanism, and you sort of depend on killing heroes. And if the enemy team has to get your items, you depend on killing heroes. And if the enemy team has tanky people or heroes like who are evasive and not easy to kill until you get your Orchid or until you get your first big damage item, then you're gonna have a really, really rough. You're not gonna win the game, or you're not gonna have an impact in the game, right? That's the issue here. Now, going over your starting items, most likely you are going to have a Sand King in the off lane, right? Because
Yeah.
they actually it's gonna be rough because uh it's tough in your bracket. I forgot it's 1K. It's tough to really think about who can be in the off lane, in who you're gonna be up against. Now you're probably going to carry lane, right?
Yeah.
Right. So carry lane is the hardest in your bracket because you're most likely not gonna have a support. Like for example, in this game, you've
It's
got
5 cores.
yeah, it's pretty much. This isn't exactly 5 cores, but it's a 4 core and a
Oh
bounty
yeah, 'cause
hunter.
Bounty is playing support, I
Bounty
think.
isn't exactly going to play support. He's going to be roaming. He's not going to be in your lane. He can't. If he
Yeah.
does go support, then that's actually a lost game. So it's better that he does roam. So you've got most likely an offlane Phantom Assassin. You've got a jungling Legion Commander who still hasn't picked. You've got a mid OD which is pretty decent, and then you've got a carry Clinkz. So this is pretty decent. You have a hero who can actually survive in this lane. Like you're not gonna die because you do have that escape ability.
Yeah.
So you're it's not going to be too bad, right? You don't really need a support that badly in your lane, but it's still a matter of how you're going to be actually able to scale into the mid game, how you're going to get your farm. But that's besides the point. Now, first thing is that your skill. Before we get to your skill build, like you just leveled up your searing arrows without even knowing what you are up against in the lane. Like for example, if
Yeah.
you had a lich plus any of these heroes in lane, then you pretty much cannot survive in this lane, right? You might even go into contesting this rune, and you might get under like 100 HP, and at that point you would want to have skeleton walk so you can survive, and then you're gonna have searing arrows and you're gonna die. So like if you have already leveled up searing arrows, then you shouldn't do anything risky. You shouldn't go to the rune, and you should just stay in your lane. So, not a good idea to level up something
30
until you
seconds to
need it.
go.
Right. So get to the
Yeah.
lane.
It's really bad habit.
Yeah, get to the lane. Find out what you're up against. Find out what's gonna happen, and then level it up. Also, another thing: if you had skeleton walk right now, you could have skeleton walked at about 10 seconds, 5 seconds, gone over here, snatched the rune without any danger, and then gone up to your lane, and that's it.
Yeah.
You've just gotten a rune. But 100 gold. That's nearly 2 CS. So it's all good. All right. Next thing, item build. Now, item build wise, you've got two sets of regions with region, which is very nice. But once again, you don't know what you're up against in the lane, and you're a ranged hero. So if there is a lich in your lane in this lane, that's the only time that you're gonna actually need more than one set of region. But if it's a Sand King, if it's any one of these heroes, just one of these heroes, or even if it's two of these heroes but like not lich, you're okay. You don't need two sets of regions. So what
Mm.
I would have done is I would have had just one set of tangos, and then if I see that okay, it's a lich in my lane, then I'm immediately with the first 100 gold, I immediately would have gotten a salve. Second thing, clarity. Uh, I'm a bit iffy on the clarity, simply because you don't know if it's lich in the lane or not. But it's okay. Clarity, I guess, is okay. It's not too bad. You've got ring of protection and you've got a wraith band recipe. So I like these three items simply because now you don't actually need the courier for at least 5 minutes. Right? You're gonna complete your Basilius. Right? You're gonna complete your Basilius. You're gonna get your boots. That's about 5 minutes. Right? So this is really good. Clarity is okay. It's okay, but just having two sets of region is what I don't really like too much
Mm.
because you didn't need it.
We
You could have
gonna
used
make
that
it.
gold for something else. You
Yeah.
missed that block here. Not a big deal. Um, could have prepared a little bit better for it.
Mm.
Screen. Um, you're not really using your screen properly. Oh
I
wow,
always
what?
started. Whoa. Okay.
No, I mean
I
like
always
yeah. Go ahead.
I always used to use arrow keys for my screen. I never use my mouse. And since I started with arrow keys, I could never get used to moving the screen with mouse. It just feels really weird. So most of the time when I'm blocking, I can never get it off because I'm always at the edge of the screen like this, and I can't move the camera with my mouse properly.
You can move the camera with your scroll key on your
Really?
mouse. Yeah,
Scroll key?
Yeah, you press the you know the up
Oh,
and
the drag where you press it down.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you can press it and you can drag it, so that's pretty decent. All right,
Yeah.
so you've got a you've got a OD in your lane, so like this is pretty rough. So what you can do is essentially now, this is the problem with a 5 core lineup, right? Now you've got a hero who needs farm to be able to scale well into the late game, but right now you've got 4 people contesting every last hit and every deny if people play properly. But even if nobody's contesting the denies, right? You've still got another person, your ally, contesting your farm, and it's really tough, right? So the first thing you need to do is they're both melee heroes, and you guys are both ranged, right? And you've got an orb attack, right? Which means that if you actually press W and press on this hero, you can literally stand right here and be pressing the W and hitting the hero, and none of these creeps are gonna attack you.
Yeah.
And it's a very low mana. It's 10 mana, so you essentially have like 26 attacks. So you should, and also you've got clarity, so you definitely should be doing that. You should be zoning both of these guys out, and once you remove them, then it's easy for then you just have OD to contest. But right now you've got 0 CS, and I'm pretty sure OD's got 0 CS as well, simply
Mm.
because there's enemy team is contesting, and like it's just generally rough, right? But if you are able to zone them out, then you can last hit, you can deny, you can pretty much do whatever you want. But throwing searing arrows at a like half HP creep, that's just not good, right?
Yeah.
Like you threw a searing arrow and then got a last hit with your
Yeah.
regular attack.
That's a
They just
Right.
first
So
blood.
this is what you're doing. This is perfect. You know,
First
just
blood.
keep throwing
The
searing arrows, keep throwing
Messiah sets
searing
us
arrows.
all again.
All right, you're playing way too defensive. Okay, couple of things you're doing wrong here. Um,
First blood, folks. First blood.
Right, you
Of
did
the
do
Lord
orb
Messiah
attacking and you
sets us
right click
all
sand click.
again.
So that's something you did wrong. You don't need to right click anybody. Right, when you
yeah.
right click somebody, when you right click an enemy hero, the creeps will aggro to you. Right. Also, uh, orb attacking. Right. So a couple of things I have to go over. When you orb, when you press W and hit somebody, uh, and generally when you use skills, creeps don't aggro to you. If you have a
Yeah.
hero who has an orb like what do you call it, saving arrows, and OD's what's it called, Arcane Orb, you don't actually need to right click anybody, and you don't need to aggro creeps. So what you do is you move to the ground, you press W, you attack the person, move on the ground, closer to them, W, move ground, W, and you don't need to take any damage from the creeps. But what you did here,
Know you
you
trade
actually
for
moved
spilt
back. You
blood.
really didn't need to move back because this guy
Yeah.
is at 300 HP. You do 42 plus 30, which is about 70 damage per hit. Right here, you could have actually killed him because you
Even if
know.
us, probably scared of the burst strike, but even if burst strike level 1, it's not really going to do much. They're probably
Well, he's level 1.
yeah.
Like you have to
So,
know that he's level 1 because you both are in the lane. He's in the lane with another ally, so he has to be almost exactly the same XP as you. Has to be, right? And
yeah.
actually, if you look, he's actually very slightly more, which is probably because he's got one. Oh, he's got 2 CS and you've got 1 CS. So that's pretty much the difference between your XPs. So if you had actually, instead of running back, um, because you essentially right
That's a
now
first
you
blood.
need about 4 hits. Let's see, 42 plus 30 is 70. 7 4s are 28. So after reductions, we're gonna toss a 20, 250 damage.
Yeah.
This guy has 300. So okay, 4 hits from you, and then 1 hit from actually creeps are aggroing to
Yeah.
him as well. So 4 hits from you, and 3 hits maybe if this guy OD attacks him once as well. So guaranteed, this was a dead kill. You should have You should have searing arrowed, moved closer, searing arrowed, moved closer. If he actually turns to stun you, that means that he's actually guaranteed dead. You know that
Yeah.
then he has no chance of getting away. So you got scared of him and you got back. Like, look, he was literally one more right click. Okay, maybe not one more right click, two more right clicks, I guess. But that
Yep.
could have been a kill. That could definitely have been a kill, but you missed it
Yep.
because you were afraid of him. So recognizing what the enemy has and what he can do, that's really important.
Yep. I probably could have recognized by the like clicking on my own creep to see the caustic finale. Then I wouldn't be scared of the first
Well, you,
strike.
you knew that he has caustic finale, right? Because he's been triggering caustic finale constantly in that whole
Yeah,
lane.
just not noticing it.
Now he's leveled up Sandstorm, so now you know that okay, killing him is going to be really really tough. But
Can't do
definitely
nothing about
he
dire
has still doesn't
structures
have
right
Burrow
now.
Strike, and
Dire's mid
this
tower
is a
ain't
really
showing
rough.
help.
This is a really what you're doing. This is like
Dire's mid
okay.
tower's having
It worked
technical
out for you.
difficulties.
Looks like this guy is not in any mood of stunning you. Uh, okay, I'm not even gonna talk. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, and walking behind the creep wave.
The fact that you actually went unpunished for that, that's just amazing. Like, this is such a rough game to analyze. Like, how? What am I supposed to say? This
Yeah,
is
because
why
no
I.
one's doing.
This is why I said earlier. If you watch the video, the 0 to 1K video, if you had a better, first of all, hero pool wise, sorry, picks wise, you needed to pick a support here.
Yeah,
Definitely needed to pick a support here, and if you'd had a better understanding of the heroes, then you would have known that Clinkz is not an ideal hero to pick um, into this kind of a lineup, and also like you don't want to pick Invis hero after another Invis hero, and also that if you've already got two cores, then you ideally not don't want to pick another core. So I don't know. It's you don't want to give your team lower chances of winning by picking more and more cores because the enemy team right now has one support at least, right? They have one
yeah,
support, and kind of Sand King is also a support in this lane. So right now they sort of have two supports, and whereas your team has no
How I
supports.
wish
Like,
I had
look
this
at
back at Dark Reef.
yeah.
okay, let's. I want to look at this in a minute.
Probably shouldn't have randomed the Clinkz and probably just should have picked like.
Did you just random the Clinkz?
Yeah, I randomed the Clinkz.
Oh, I've been under the impression that you actually picked it.
Yeah, so at the start of the game I was highest net worth at 850.
How I wish I had this back at Dark
Uh,
Reef.
well, not much that you could have done here. Um,
I'm not sure if Rudy's gonna. No.
no, he's not. He's not living.
But I was gonna. I
So,
think say in chat or something like use your. What's it called? The prism.
Tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
well, he still would have died after that. So,
This should make my life easier.
yeah, I don't think he would have killed. Maybe he could have killed the Wraith King
Yep.
if he'd imprisoned him. Anyway, oh, so you're missing
Yes.
last hits. You're missing last hits. That's pretty rough as well.
Yeah.
Because you this is now it was no contest and you were still missing them, so that's not ideal. Um, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say in this game because it's a dual core lane from you guys, and now you both are throwing down orbs for every last hit. All I wanted to say is that you should be using your searing arrows a lot more on the enemy heroes because the only thing that I can say about this death right here is that if you had been using your searing arrows on the Wraith King, then he would have been much lower HP. Wait, is this even? No, this is not when you died. I think you died around here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like let's see what you could have done. All right. So right here, look at how far back both of you are standing. Let's see what OD has. Okay, it's uh, you should have been if you were right here, standing here, throwing down your searing arrows at this guy. You've still got your clarity. You have not used your clarity. And also, to be honest, if I was you, I wouldn't have gotten the Wraith Band first. I would have gotten the Basilius first because that gives me more mana to use my searing arrows. So
Yeah.
if I was you, I would have been standing right here with my Basilius, throwing down searing arrows at this Wraith King, making sure that he can't actually farm this. He has to move back, and he's also low HP then, like you're getting the last hits, but in the when these creeps are full HP or not close to dying, then you can be using your right clicks to hit the Wraith King, right? Hit either of these guys, whoever is visible. But you guys are not doing this. That this guy is sort of just AFK. So like, this is so tough to actually coach this game.
Should it switch games or just stay
Yeah, I
with
mean, like, no,
it?
I mean, this is normal, right? This is what you're gonna have every single game. This is like 99% of the time. This is what you're gonna have. It's the unfortunate thing. So, like, I can go into most of your, like, I can go into one by one under your games, and we will. Actually, I did not notice that this is what you did. I thought that they. Okay, so you should not have used your sharing arrow until you actually had skeleton block available. You know, and what did you use the searing arrow for? Just to damage this guy? For what?
Yeah.
For no reason.
Nothing.
I thought you were actually trying to get a last hit. If you were trying to get a last hit, I could maybe understand. But you're damaging this guy, you're harassing this guy when the whole time, when I've been in the past 4 minutes, I've been telling you to harass him and you haven't done that. And suddenly, right now, when there's no creeps here and he has nothing else to do and you have nothing else to, you just decide to attack him when you don't even have the only time you don't have your skeleton walk. And as soon as the Sand King turned level 3, you decided this is the time I'm gonna right click the guy. So so yeah, should if you'd been guaranteed, if you'd been harassing him, he never would have turned around to stun you. Never would have. You wouldn't have died, and you would have been. This guy wouldn't have died. He wouldn't have had
This
two
should make my
kills,
life
and
easier.
this game wouldn't have been 0-3 right now. Maybe you would have been able to get a chance to kill him. Maybe he's forced to go back to base. It's a Wraith King. He doesn't have that many farming mechanics either. If you kind of like delay his farm a little bit, make him go back to base a couple of times, make him ferry out salves a couple of times. Like you guys definitely had the potential to completely destroy both of these guys, if not at least one of them. Like okay, Sandstorm is gonna be happening the whole time. I don't expect either of you to get sentries, and that's fine. But guaranteed, Wraith King, you guys could have decimated him, and you didn't. You actually ended up feeding him 2 kills. All right, moving on.
I'll look up some more.
The only thing I'm gonna say is you should learn to play support,
Yeah. I've
because yeah,
barely ever played.
if nobody if somebody picks if nobody is picking and time is running out, just pick a support. First two picks, nobody's picking. Time is running out. Just pick a support. Wow, somebody actually bought sentries. You actually bought sentries. That's amazing. Second thing, if you've already got one or two core picks in the first two picks, just go ahead and pick a support. You want to make sure that your team has a support so that you can win, right? That's like how you cannot learn this game until you learn to play all roles. And also, how can you expect to play a game of Dota if people are picking random stuff,
Yeah.
right? If you're just all gonna have 5 cores every single time. Like just looking at this lineup, these guys have one support or maybe two supports, and you guys don't. Just gives them a bigger advantage in this game, and we can pretty much look at most of your games. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna see. Did you play support Lena or did you play carry Lena? Yeah,
Uh,
looks like you played
yeah,
both.
I played carry.
Once again, you don't have no support. Right? There's again a bounty hunter, no support.
Yeah.
And wow, you've got a support. This game, you guys have a support. So if anything, this was the game to actually analyze. Like, why did you guys choose this game? But to be honest, you've got a mid DP. You've got a see. This is a rough game once again because you instead of having a jungle slash roaming hero, you've got two mid heroes. You've got two mid heroes, right? So I don't know
Yeah.
which lane you went to. Maybe I think you went mid, and I think DP
No, I
went
think
offlane.
Def Profit went mid, and my friend that random Mincham apparition went bot with me.
And this guy went offlane.
Yeah, Jug went offlane, and I think Timber went with him. Yep,
Timber went where?
offlane as well.
So I don't even know. Jug is not an offlane hero, and
Yeah,
also Jug needs his farm. Looks like both of these guys were farming, and then on top of that, Jug makes a battle tree which he completes at 25 minutes. So that means 23 minutes. That means that up until 23 minutes, Jug had absolutely no impact in the game, and we can pretty much see that he had very minimal impact in the game. He had
yeah.
and then after, if he's going Battle Fury, that means that after Battle Fury, at least for another two more items, he's not going to have any impact in the game. And right after Battle Fury, he goes for a BKB. I said that's a case we lost the game as well.
Yeah.
Right, then you played Bounty Hunter,
I think this was a
and
good game.
you've got a support, and I guess enemy teams got two supports as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've got a support. This is a good game. This is a decent game. You've got a jungler. You've got well, I say decent game, but then I realized that you guys actually don't have an offlaner because it maybe you went offlane.
I think Axe went offlane. Yeah.
Then this is a perfect lineup. Then this is a perfect lineup. Yeah.
No,
Yeah. But rarely you will get good lineups. Most of the
These
time.
games are all joke games. None of these support games are actually replaying properly.
So this is not a. This guy is not a support
This
hero though.
is a ability draft.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I bought the Dragonlance stuff. I don't know. I think everyone just disconnected instantly. This was another ability draft.
Okay. Right. So yeah. Let's see what happened here and what could have been done differently. You guys still have a walking career.
Regeneration.
Yeah.
Not sure what you were doing all the way over there. And not sure why this guy astraled the guy who'd already used everything that he had instead of
Mm.
astraling the. This is a very dangerous move from you. Yeah, you're dead.
I think I can
Skeleton
skip.
walks.
Oh, the stun gets you. Oh, fade time 0.6.
Yeah. Okay.
Radiant's mid.
The thing is, like, the guy is already ahead, right? He was already ahead. He's out leveling you guys. Like, look at him. He's got level 5. Well, he's not out leveling you that much.
I'm grateful.
And you just turned level 5 now as well. So,
Mm.
despite him getting 2 kills previously, he's not out leveling you that much, but he definitely is out farming you. He's got a treads, whereas you still don't have anything. Right? Nothing
Yeah.
survivable or anything. So, imagine if he had died that time, or if you hadn't died twice, you guys would have been ahead of him, and then this wouldn't have happened, right? Instead, this could have been a kill on the Wraith King, and so it's really important to, if you have the upper hand in a lane, you need to take advantage of that, and
Dire's mid tower won't last
try
much
to
longer.
try to snowball off of that advantage.
Dire's
Are
mid
you
tower
okay?
won't last much longer.
This bloody replay bug. Sandstorm is still there,
Dire's
and
mid
Yeah,
tower won't
Astro is still
Astrals.
there.
Them dire
Alright, this is
buildings
death.
are tough as nails
What?
without
LC
us.
didn't have ulti? LC. What? Level. Still not level 6. 8 minutes in. What the hell? Isn't she a jungler?
Dire's mid
I
tower
think
is under
she's jungle.
serious difficulty.
Actually,
Okay.
Magic Stick. Yeah.
I think she was offlane. That would make sense. Actually, yeah. She was offlane. She was offlane in a kind of rough off.
Two down.
Wait. What?
It says she has a dual there, but it says she's level 5 after that.
Dude, they have a lich and a
Radiant's mid tower's
what's his
getting
name?
better
Phoenix
now.
in the carry lane. They have a Slark in mid. This is what the hell are you trying to show me here, man?
I'm grateful.
All right, we've already seen this. We were at 8 minutes in. All right, let's see. Okay, so
I'll take that.
that Astral is still there.
It says I'm still invisible when I've just been right-clicking some
Sand King
creeps.
comes in. Okay, so this was a very, very like defensive board. Like you could have placed the board right here, and I would have given you some vision of this guy running away. Like you know that as soon as you right click him and he realizes that he's visible, he's gonna start running away upwards, right? So what you
Yeah.
should have done is that you should have placed the sentry over here first off. Secondly, you know there's a Wraith King here as well, so ideally you don't really want to go for these guys. So even putting the sentry down, that really didn't need to happen. And yeah, this guy's dead.
I don't think I do anything here. No.
Yeah, you know that's the right move on your part
Yeah.
because as we said earlier, Clinkz needs his farm, and until you get farm, oh wow, he's still not dead. I guess PA saved him, or they did something wrong.
Oh no, it's...
Never mind, she is dead, and that means PA is gonna die now. Or not.
Dyer's mid tower won't last much longer.
And I hope you don't start killing the Wraith King. You do. Oh what?
Did he stuff his up?
Radiant's bottom tower. Somebody's kicking.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm just gonna move on.
Dyer's mid
Alright,
tower
played well
is
by you. You played
technical
decently.
difficulties.
Like, you know when you started right-clicking the Wraith King, I would have rather right-click the Sand King because Wraith King, like you did not check if Wraith King has his ult or not, like how much
Yeah.
mana he has. If he has less than 160 mana, yeah, go for it. Go kill Wraith King. If he does not, if he has a mango or if he has more than 160 mana, then you should have right-clicked the Sand King. If you are not gonna check, then it's better to right-click the Sand King. But you should get in the habit of checking. Like I don't expect you to check all the items and everything, but when you're going in for a kill on heroes like Wraith King, who can survive their reincarnation and all that, then you should prepare for that. And if you're going in for a kill on Sand King, you should have dust. If you're going for a kill on any invis hero, you should have dust, and prepare for these things, which are definitely gonna happen. Like they are coming in for a kill on you, and they don't have dust. Imagine if they had dust, you were guaranteed dead. They have 3 stuns and even a pounce, and they definitely kill you. But because they didn't
Yeah.
prepare for it, and they actually have dust, and they kill you.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure why they. Oh, actually, I think Sand King has the dust. No, Slark has it, but he didn't use it on you. Wait, how did they even see you were there? Right. So biggest mistake that you're making so far is that you're not actually checking their inventory, because if you
Yeah.
check Slark's inventory, then you would have known that he has dust, and you wouldn't have made this mistake right now. You wouldn't have died. So you've died 3 times, twice. Once you died to the Wraith King when you attacked him for no reason at all. This is the second time that you've died because you didn't check the enemy's inventory, and I don't remember the third time that you died. What happened there?
Yeah.
I don't remember that one.
Dyer's top tower's gone.
Alright. That's not too bad actually. You use your strife or straff or whatever it's called.
I'm in the habit now of just using spells when
Yeah, that's a
CP.
good habit. It's a good habit.
Dyer's mid tower could use
But
a
item wise, you've got a decent item build right now.
Dyer's mid tower's nothing.
The only thing is, like, you've got a soul ring. You should be ulting a big creep in the jungle. Are we seriously just gonna see sandstorming everywhere on this map?
Yeah. Just keeps going. I think I go ulti creep now.
Just do the small
no.
one. That's you actually gonna waste soul ring? Yeah, you wasted soul ring. So there's the 800 gold item that you just didn't even use. You could have actually ulted the catapult as well, because I'm pretty sure you're not gonna get this catapult kill. Oh, now you might actually get it.
About that bottom tower.
Yeah. Alright. You could have ulted the catapult, gives you very nice amount of damage. You didn't even check the tower. You could have killed the. Oh my god, you see that?
Yeah, it was,
That
both at
was
the same time.
400-ish. 400 gold almost that you didn't get.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
Not to mention the XP. Actually, I think XP is evenly divided. Right. As far as the boots go, on heroes like these Clinkz and stuff, wow. Come on,
I don't know
man.
why I did that. Half health and I still did it.
Heroes like Clinkz, you should always keep your treads to strength. Like you should get in the habit of making treads only if you need the extra HP.
Yeah.
Otherwise, go for phase or TP boots, right?
Yeah.
Because at this stage, I don't expect you to be tread switching. So just like go for strength treads, because you want to have the extra survivability. 200 HP is pretty decent, especially on a low HP hero like. You clicked his item. This is perfect. You actually clicked him and saw. Does he have invis? He
I get
does.
the kill,
All right.
so
Now I
I
can actually get a kill on him. You can
don't
get.
know why
I'm
he gives
pretty.
me there.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get him.
go. That's it. Yeah, yeah. It was a guaranteed kill. It was a kill because you actually checked his item and you realized, okay, this guy has invis, and if I start killing him here, he's gonna just go invis, and I'm not gonna be able to kill him. Instead, actually, he's gonna be able to kill me. And so you wait until he comes here, and then you get a kill. And this is perfect. This is the kind of play that is actually gonna get you out of this bracket. Of course, picking 5 core lineups is not gonna get you anywhere. It's gonna
Yeah.
keep you at 1K. So you need to learn how to play support. Watch Saraction Slacks' video, how to improve your MMR, the old one, the 2-year-old one,
Yeah.
in which he tells you how to win with Omni Knight. And that's pretty much what you have to do, man. You pretty much have to pick support, and you gotta get your team, you're gonna keep your team alive, and you're gonna win games.
Hmm.
Like this is
How
like
about that?
one of the easiest MMRs to get out of because you just need to get information about your heroes. You need to pick the right
Two
heroes.
down.
And when I say right heroes, I don't mean like you have to make sure that you have the best, drafting skills.
That's
But
four to
by right
go.
heroes, I just
Two
mean that
down.
don't bloody pick a carry in the 4 core lineup already, right?
Yeah.
Or pick third as like who was already picked in.
Phantom
Found
assassin.
him.
You saw the PA was already picked, right? That's a carry.
Yeah.
That's already a carry. So you've got a roaming guy. Like look here, look at this right now. You've got a roaming hero, and you've got a carry. That means one of these guys is gonna pick a mid hero, right? One of these guys is gonna pick mid hero. One of these guys is gonna pick an offlane hero, right? You've got
Yeah.
a carry. One of them is going to be a mid, one of them is going to be an offlane, one of them is already a roaming. So right now you should know there's not going to be a support. So these 3 people who are going to pick now, it was their job to pick a support, right? So
Clinkz.
obviously you pick Clinkz. Now, okay, let's say Clinkz can go mid, right? So these 2 people know that one of these guys has to pick an offlane, and the other one has to pick a support, right?
Legion
And
commander.
then Legion Commander, let's see. So this guy actually picks OD. Now, okay, even now I can say, all right, fine. PA can go carry, OD can go mid, you can go off lane, right? Bounty Hunter is roaming. This guy can still pick support, right? But
Yeah.
he
Legion
picks Legion
commander.
Commander off lane probably because he had off lane marked in, and this guy had carry lane marked in and all that stuff. So I think that if you want to, I'm not coaching these guys, I'm coaching you. So at
Yeah.
this stage right here, you should have known that there's nobody's gonna pick support, right? So you're the one who has to pick support. You could have actually changed this game, right?
Somebody's on the roll. Two. Dyer's mid tower.
I remember in this game there's a lot of kills where I go greedy and try and kill the egg and end up dying when it's on one hit. There's one
Well,
where it's near Roshan. I'm not sure what minute it is though.
all right, now your choice to go Desolator first. I want to talk about that a little bit. If you
Yeah.
look at the enemy team, they all, as we already said, apart from Lich, you really can't kill anybody else. SK has his Invis, has his stun. This guy can ulti, or he can just, Icarus dive away. Slark has many things to counter you or not get killed by you, and of course, Wraith King can stun you and or just like go Invis. Die and come back. So you can't really do much.
Somebody's
If you
coming
had
in.
actually gone for a Orchid this game, then
Two
you could have
down.
killed Sand King, you could have killed Slark, as long as you carry Dust, you could have killed Slark, you could have
That's
killed
four to go.
Lich,
Two
and you could
down.
have killed the Icarus guy. I mean, you could have killed 4 out of 5 people, right?
Yeah.
Not only that, but in every single team fight, you could have done a shit ton. What you should have recognized is that you've got million people who got damage on your team, right? The OD, tons of damage, only damage. PA only damage. This guy, what's his name? Legion Commander only damage. I mean, like you got a 5-core lineup. You have to know that everybody's got damage, right? You that is nothing. You guys are not short on damage. What you are short on is nukes and disables. And I think what you should have done here is you should have gone for Orchid first item and then Sheepstick second item,
Mm.
right? You should have been the guy who was making the disables and like the what's it called, utility hero. You should have been the utility hero here. That is some dangerous shit right there, man. You already used your invis. Like right now, turn around and eat this catapult. Eat this catapult, and you will actually live. You've got 3 seconds to your ult. Okay, you can still live. Now you die.
Oh. Yeah.
If you'd eaten that catapult and not panicked like you did, then you would have. Catapult gives you. Catapult gives you. Catapult actually doesn't give you that much.
Mm.
I don't know why I was under pressure. Still, it would have given you about 400 HP, which means you guaranteed would have lived.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. Alright, this is. Nobody focused the egg. Nobody focused the egg.
Yeah.
Literally, everybody just ran from the egg. One hit, Bounty Hunter just runs away. OD just turns around, nobody hits the egg. Well, I think the egg was quite nicely placed because the entire team was there, so anyway. Alright, now you see them and you see they're there. A lot of them, and as we said earlier, you actually can't kill either of these guys. Right? So know what you're doing.
I think I'm just waiting for the T-Rex. Oh wait, no.
This guy will survive. Wow.
Arrow chased him all the way.
No, I mean like look at his reaction time, right? He sees you, he doesn't Icarus dive, still doesn't Icarus, and then Icarus dives. Okay, all right. 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, 4 hit, 5 hit, 6
4
hit.
hits.
It took him 6 hits to realize there's a Clink hitting him. Right, so I don't know. Maybe Desolator was the right item. I don't know. There you go, and you've got another kill. Okay. So yeah, this was the only guy that you should have been able to kill, but I guess you got the kill on. Like you used the you used Dark Death Pack first, and then you used Soul Ring.
Radiant's bottom tower seen better days.
And why are you going back to base? Like look, you. It's 800 gold item that you're not utilizing very properly. Like you ate that, and then you're using Soul Ring. And I think you saw that, and then you're like, okay,
yeah, I'll just use skeleton one.
I'm not gonna have any mana, so I'm just gonna go back to base and get some mana.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now.
Alright. And you got the XP book as well. Right. Now you've got Desolator. Now you really wanna... Okay, that's fine. You really want to go and kill people. But once again, the only person you can kill is the Lich. And they're pretty much 5-manning right now. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Because Clinkz is a hero who relies on pick-offs. And you're not going to get pick-offs when the enemy team is 5-manning. So, oh my god.
Well, it just barely misses me.
Yeah. This is a person you can kill. 2 hits from okay. So this is a slightly advanced thing that you could have done. But if you had, okay, you see him turning right now. If you had actually turned on Strafe, and just thrown out 2 hits on him and then moved back, he would have guaranteed died. And they wouldn't even right here. If you stand right here and throw out 2 hits on him, if you turn Strafe, you can actually get 3 hits on him and then just run away. There's no way they chase you and they can get you because they won't actually even see where those hits came from. He's just gonna die from from fog, and you're just gonna run away. So I mean, they will see you once you start hitting, but you're pretty much gone after that. So you could have actually gotten that kill. Looks like you're gonna chase him. Oh, what? He had stun. He had sandstorm, and he didn't use them.
Reaction times.
And obviously they used us, so they don't have us anymore. And now you don't want to start killing people. Any no, this was a bad mistake. This was a mistake, to a degree, to a great degree. Um, Slark is dead. Okay, fine. If Slark wasn't dead, then this would have been a big mistake because there was Wraith King was still there, right there. This guy was right there. You don't know if he has egg or not, and Slark could have been there, and they could have killed you. So you really shouldn't have used your. You don't want to get out of invis until you have your next invis available. This is true for Slark. This is true for what's his name, Clinkz.
Bounty
This
hunter.
is true for Bounty Hunter. You don't want to use your skills until you have another invis available.
No breaking
Always
through
play
the
safe.
Dyer's structures. Mid tower won't last much longer. Dyer's mid towers haven't.
Alright.
The Dyer's angels and
Okay, I actually
But team.
just can't believe that actually is gonna happen next. Yeah, I mean, you kind of just like guys were asking for it.
do something about that.
God, that was so beautiful.
Guess what's happening to Dyer's bottom tower?
Alright. So your Clinkz play has been pretty decent overall. Like, you haven't really made
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
big mistakes in this like mid game so far. Like item choice wise, yes, but otherwise you haven't really made that many mistakes. Like you haven't been um YOLOing too much. Like yeah, this is a YOLO actually. As I say that, just going for
Yeah.
it. Like this is not what Clinkz does. This is why I kind of tend to not praise people because then you do this and then I'm like I've already said that thing. So Clinkz is a hero who needs to stay back. As I said, you rely on pickoffs. You rely on killing that one person who sort of goes outside, like too far from his team. Like right now, the person that you can kill. Oh, look, courier. You could have killed a courier, and you could have actually gone and okay, you don't have silence, so you actually can't kill this guy because he's just gonna turn around and stun you, and then this entire team is gonna go on you. So you
Yeah.
really need to wait until your team gets engaged, and then you have good positioning, so you don't get stunned. Multiple heroes stunned. From the Sand King, like stand around here, or around here somewhere, and then wait for your teams to engage, and then you come out of invis and just turn strap on and just like wreck people. So making this movement, like going for a lich kill and just dying for it, it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
And he even got his ult off, so wow, wow, this guy is a
He
big
buys
player.
back and dies instantly.
No, I'm talking about this one right here. If you look here, look at how much HP he's got.
Uh,
109 HP. Bounty Hunter throws his shuriken. It hits him. It says 250 damage. It's hit him, and oh god, I don't even know, man.
Legion dies instantly.
Yeah, that's a dieback.
Somebody's on a roll. Somebody's on a roll.
Yeah, it is GG at this stage. So yeah, I'm gonna end the replay here. So questions?
Not really.
I mean, biggest thing that you got out of this session, to be honest, is just go and play support.
Yeah.
To be very honest, because I mean, you had the chance to recognize that your team needs a support, right? So that's something that you can do if you know somebody's marked as marked support lane, and if you know somebody's gonna play support, then that's fine. Is this your game? The bloody vengeful spirit owned the game.
It's a ability draft.
Oh right, okay.
Yep.
All right, okay. Yeah, so it's pretty much just why seriously? Wait, for real? Okay, that's legit. Good thing I'm recording because this is now going to be on YouTube. That's what I do in coaching sessions, guys.
The-
Now I actually want to go for this.
Full
Is it
matchups.
actually gonna do this? Oh my god. Oh, they actually stopped spinning. They're actually like, it's diminishing. There you go. They're gonna stop actually. All right. This is some.
All in line.
Yeah. All right, man. Any questions you have? No questions.
Nope, no questions.
All right. All right. So keep me updated with your progress, and I'll speak to you soon.